Good morning, people. How's everybody doing today? This is another episode of the Will Sports Show. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, it's a morning. I normally don't do this in the morning, but I woke up. I was like, I have a lot to say today, so I said, let me just get it out, um, get it off my chest. Excuse me, right away. Um, Hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. Please, again, subscribe to my page, Wilton George, on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Will WILLGEO85. Um, to get updates on when I'm doing shows and everything like that. But let's start off this morning by of course, the G-men. Um, just another just bad, stupid, horrible looking loss last night. They had um, primetime game, and they end up losing. Um, it's a lot of stuff we got to get into with that game. First and foremost, I want to talk about the coach, Mr. Joe Judge. Um, listen, I love Joe Judge. I think he's the right man for this job. I think he's a great coach. I think in the coming years, he's gonna make this team very good. But I mean, I just feel like was just he was just very he was too aggressive last night. First and foremost, you're driving down the field. It's fourth down. Go for the field goal. Get the points. And then my thing is, if you're gonna go for first of all, if you're gonna go for it, just go for it. Number one. Number two, if you wanted to do a fake field goal or something like that, why don't you just line up in field goal formation, and then have Riley Dixon throw it to somebody that can catch it? But you're gonna do a stupid formation like that, have the punter throw it to the center. Come on, like what is that? And then you get the ball again, another great drive. You're gonna go for it on 4th and 2. Just go for the field goal. Get the points early. I understand you want to be aggressive. I understand you want to, you want to make a statement. You want to make a point. You confident in your team, but there's no time for that. When you get an opportunity to get points, you get points. Stop sitting here trying to be all pretty and cute like this is Madden. No, you gotta go for the points. And already you was behind the 8 ball. The defense played okay again, but again, this is not the 85 Bears. This is not the 2000 Ravens. They're gonna give up points. They're not. They're not up to that level yet. They have been looking like that game against Seattle. They have been looking like that, but they're not. We know that. And then on top of that, what also killed us was James Bradbury was out because of COVID. Darnell Holmes, I think I'm saying his name right. I think it's Darnell Holmes. He was out, the rookie. So we basically had no secondary, and that's what scared me going into the game. The running game, kind of knew they was gonna make some stops in the running game, but Baker Mayfield had like all day to pass the ball, and you know they got a couple of touchdowns. You know, Austin Hooper wide open in the back of the end zone, and then Landry caught a touchdown pass. Who knows if Bradbury, and or Holmes was there, what would have happened? But this team is in deep trouble, man. They lucky Washington lost. Thank you, Seattle. They lucky Washington lost, but even so, now the Giants is no way in heck that they can't they could go 1-on-1 in these games. They have to win these next 2 games. They have to. I get what Joe Judge is trying to do. I really appreciate it, but sometimes, man, you just gotta die down a little bit and just take the points, yo. It could have been easily 6-0 or 6-3. I forgot. After the Giants made that fake, I tried to do the fourth down. What was gonna happen? But you gotta die down, man. You gotta try to get these points. You know the offense is not great like that, which is another thing that's pissing me off, because I know it's no Daniel Jones. I know Saquon Barkley. Has been out for the year, but you still got Tate, you still got Shepard, you still got Slayton, you still got Ingram. You guys should be scoring at least a couple of touchdowns a game at worst. Wayne Gallman's been doing well this year. I don't understand. You only scored one touchdown last week, and then this past Sunday you only get 2 field goals. Come on, you're not gonna win games like that. Even if the defense is holding the 10, 13 points, you gotta score somehow, some way. You have to score. Now we're 5-9. Again, they lucky the Redskins lost. Dallas won, of course. So now, right now, we're technically in third place because we lost to Dallas early in the year. And now we're gonna need definitely gonna need help. And it's frustrating because, again, 2 weeks ago this team had everything in their possession. They had it. They had the lead in the division. You know what I'm saying? They controlled their own destiny, but they didn't want to show up against the Cardinals, and now they didn't show up yesterday. So now we gotta win these 2 games, and we gotta hope that Washington loses. But the Washington plays the Panthers. You think the Redskins are gonna? I mean, they almost came back and beat Seattle. So you really think that the Redskins are gonna lose to the Panthers next week? It's just, if the Redskins would have won yesterday, the season would have technically been over. I know they would have mathematically still been in it, but the season would have been over. I don't think, you think the Giants, you think we're gonna beat the Ravens next week? No. I hope we do. But this is why I go back and I keep saying it over and over again, and I sound like a broken record. This is why they should have never lost to Dallas early in the year. They should have never lost to Philly, and in my opinion, they should have never lost to Tampa Bay. If they had won 2 out of them 3 games, we would have been in good position right now. Because you knew coming into the season, late in the season, that these games were gonna be tough. And I'm not saying that's an excuse of why they should have lost. I mean, but this is what I'm talking about. You can't be missing opportunities like that. Now we got 2 games left. These are the playoffs starting now for the Giants, but they need help, and I hate that. I hate when you got to depend on other teams. I got to stay and root for the Panthers, who, no offense to Panther fans out there, they struggling. Now this is the NFL, and anything could happen, and they could definitely, find a way and beat the Redskins, but again, I can't depend on that. So, and Dallas is in it now because they don't win 2 in a row. That's how horrible this division is. Dallas was 3-9. They went 2 in a row. Now they in second place. So they could win the division. They could win 2 games in a row, and they could beat us the last game of the year and win the division. Philly had a tough, loss. Thank God they lost for the Giants' sake. But it's just frustrating. It's really frustrating, man, to sit here and watch this team don't do nothing on offense. Joe Judge wanna be cardiac Joe, and wanna pull tricks out the bag. And I appreciate the aggression, but sometimes, man, you just gotta take the points. It's early in the game. The team is driving. Take the points. And then again, like I said, if you're gonna sit here and go for it or do fake field goals, fake punts, just why you didn't line up in field goal formation and just go for it, like you did in Dallas? Like, even though it didn't work because it was a penalty, like do it like that. Don't sit there and do some stupid Pop Warner formation where the punter is behind the center and you got the centers being around. No. That's not gonna work. That was just stupid play call. Like, really. And I'm not saying that if the Giants would have made field goals, well, first of all, they should have scored a damn touchdown, number 1, in the red zone. Let's just get that out the way. But I'm not saying that they had made field goals, they still would have won the game. But come on, you're already behind the eight ball. You know Cleveland is going to score points. So what are you doing? It's just a bad loss, man. This is two horrible losses in a row at the worst time. It's like this. It's like a damn roller coaster. You lose the first five, you win one, lose two, win four. Now you lose two again. No consistency. This is why I marvel at and I respect teams like franchises like Green Bay, like New Orleans, like Kansas City, because they're consistent every year. That's all I want my team to be, consistent every year. And I know this is the first year coach. Again, I still like what I see. This defense is playing well. This defensive line, I want all three of them back. So, I love Dexy Lawrence. I love Tomlinson. I love Leonard Williams. But again, man, this team is 5-9. They should have at least 7 wins right now. We should be 7-7, to be honest with you, or 8-6. So I don't know. These next two games, and I'm sorry if we lose the rest of our games. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything about Joe Judge turned the corner. No, you go 5-7 and you in first place in the division and you lose 4 in a row. Come on, what is that? So it's a horrible year. And now looking at it, in my opinion, it'll be a horrible year if you don't win the division. I really do. I really think that. Because you had it. You had a chance to take advantage of a weak division. Not saying that 5-7 or 5-9 is something to write about, but come on. It's just frustrating that you have a chance to do something, to take advantage of a horrible division, and you're still behind the 8 ball. I don't know what else to say or what to think right now with this team. So they got a lot to do, a lot of work to do going towards next week, man. And the Ravens are playing great at the right time. They fighting for a playoff spot. It's not going to be easy at all. Not. Season might be over before they play Dallas, man. Seriously. Moving right along. I want to talk about the Jets. I know a lot of Jet fans is upset that they won and they blew their chance to get Trevor Lawrence and all of that. And I'm not a Jet fan, but I don't have nothing against the Jets. But I'm sorry. How are you getting mad that your team won a game? I understand the circumstances that's going on. I understand that they had, tank for Trevor and all this other stuff. No. I know this team is horrible. I know what's the difference between 1-15 and 0-16. If they do, lose the 2 games, they obviously will go 1-15. But how you gonna sit here and get mad that your team won? As much as my team, mainly the Giants and the Knicks, they piss me off all the time. And half the time, sometimes I don't watch the game because I know the season's about to be over and they're not doing nothing. Or I may watch the game and then they get me upset and I just turn it off. I'm not going to never sit here and root for my team to lose. I'm not. I may joke around and say, I may say that they're going to lose because I'm a realist. But I'm not going to sit here and never apologize for my team to win. And I'm sorry. Y'all, Jet fans should be ashamed of themselves, man. First of all, let me break it down. First of all, I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence is a great player. You know that. But who's to say he's going to be the next Joe Montana or Tom Brady? You don't know. That's number one. Number two, you need a damn coach to get to, first and foremost, before anything. Y'all sitting here getting mad about not getting about most likely not getting the number one pick. You gotta worry about getting the right coach in here. No matter who the quarterback is, if you don't get the right coach, then it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. So Adam Gase has to go. You have to get a stud coach. You know, I know it was rumors that Bill Cowher might want to take the Jet job. Like, get a coach. You need a coach like that. And you want to sit here and get mad because you won a game? You think the players want to be 0-16? It's embarrassing. I'm happy that the Jets won. Even if I was a Jet fan, I would be happy. You don't ever want to see a team lose. Like you, so you mean to tell me going into next year, you want Denzel Mims, you want Mekhi Becton, you want Quentin Williams to go in there with a losing mentality, going in next year with an 0-16 record? Come on, those are football players, man. Football is a gladiator sport. They practice all week. They play. They work hard. They try to get a win, and you want to sit there and get mad that your team lost? I mean, that your team won? And they beat a damn good team on top of that. That being said, shame on the Rams for losing that game. But that being said, come on. You should never get upset that your team won a game. I don't care what the circumstances is. Look at the Knicks, and I'm not gonna lie. I was one of them that were like, yeah, we need the tank so we get Zion, da da da. And of course, NBA out of all the sports, you can't sit here and assume that you won't get the number one pick, because even if you get like the the lowest, you get top three automatically, it's not guaranteed you're gonna get the number one pick. And look what happened to the Knicks. They got the number 3 pick. So stop sitting here wanting to tank. You can't. Come on, them players ain't trying to tank. They trying to play hard and win. You trying to tell me that Marcus May ain't want to win that game? Y'all Jet fans, man, y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all have to really stop and to think about that. You sitting there getting upset for what? And then on top of that, you still got Justin Fields out there. So even if you really want a quarterback, you still should sit there and be like, all right, even if you don't get, let's just say the Jaguars get Trevor Lawrence. You still got Justin Fields if you really want a quarterback. And on top of that, I'm sorry, the Jets need way, way more than a quarterback right now. So stop apologizing. Stop getting mad that your team won a game. Like, are you serious? You want to build a winning culture. Now, again, I'm not saying that Adam Gase still need to be fired. We know that. But what I'm trying to say is that for the young players that's going to come back next year, you got to build a winning culture. Rookies, especially rookies. You want their rookie. How would they feel rookie year? They ain't got no wins. And on top of that, I know Sam Darnold got a lot of work to do, but come on, this is only his 3rd year. You got to start over again and get another quarterback. Don't you want to keep the same quarterback for plenty from years to come? Years to come. I'm just saying, I got to think about that, man. Y'all saying they getting upset. The media over there about. I'm sure they making fun right now. The Jets, and you can't even a win. Even a Jet win is a bad win. Like, come on, stop it. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. Your team won the game. Be happy that they won, man. You want to be a laughing stock and be 0-16? You want to join the 2008 Lions and the 2017 Browns, I think. Like, you want to join those teams? And the 76 bucks. Come on. It's been a long time since it's been 2000, and it's a long time since we haven't had, since the first time the Patriots are not in the playoffs since 2008. So that's crazy in itself, but it's 2020. What else is new? So for the first time since always, there's no playoffs for the Patriots. I'm not shedding a tear. I don't like Boston. I don't like Boston teams. So, but that being said, for them to break the playoffs since 2009 to 2019, and what they have done since 2001. You can't. That's just an accomplishment. 6 Super Bowls. How many division titles? They won the division since 2009. Shout out to the Bills and the Bills fans. They got a division championship first time since '95. Um, but you know, the way how, like I said, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, the way how the Patriots have been, that's how I want my team to be consistent every year. Now I'm not saying I want the Giants to make the Giants to make the playoffs every single year, because I know it could be years where it may not happen, but just be consistent, just be in it every year. So I know it's gonna be foreign for Patriot fans not to see them play in January, but eventually, with or without Brady, it was gonna happen. So, but even that, they not having a horrible year. They still could go 8-8. Dolphins, they beat up on them. Um, so it's a tight race in the AFC playoff picture right now. So we'll see about that. The Chiefs continue to win, and my question is, who is going to be Kansas City? Who is going to be Kansas City? I thought it would be the Steelers, but they're struggling right now. Even though they play tonight and they should win, I think they will win. They play Cincinnati. Um, you know, might be Buffalo, might be, but whoever has a chance to beat Kansas City, they have to score at least 30 points. They have to. And their defense has to hold them at least 20-something points. You're not going to shut out Kansas City. They're going to score touchdowns. The offense has to score. That's the only way you're going to beat this team. If you don't score no touchdowns, you're not beating Kansas City. Like, you have to score, in my opinion, 30-plus points to beat this team, to have a chance. And your defense has to hold them, get some stops. You're not going to stop Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. You're not. But try to contain them. So until that happens, I don't see nobody beating the Chiefs. And Green Bay did what they had to do. It wasn't an ugly. I mean, it was an ugly win in their standards, but they still found a way to win. So, the MVP battle with Mahomes and Rodgers is on right now. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, it's you're starting to see the teams separate themselves now. Who's gonna get that #1 seed? By the Saints losing, they're kind of struggling right now. Drew Brees, hopefully he's 100%. You having cracked and broken ribs. It's not good, man. I feel for Drew Brees. He didn't look himself. So, it's just crazy. It's crazy. So we're gonna see how New Orleans is gonna play out. Tampa Bay getting their act together. It was looking kind of shaky. Now they look like they definitely gonna go in the playoffs. And they still got a chance to win the division, because New Orleans is 10-4, and now Tampa Bay is 9-5, so they still got a shot. So Titans look strong again. I think Derrick Henry should be a candidate for MVP. I think the 3 candidates for the MVP, in my opinion, should be Mahomes, Rodgers, and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is just a beast, man. I love how he plays. I love how the Titans play. Their mentality, Ryan Tannehill. Just look how he's a new man in Tennessee. So they right there. The Colts, doing their thing. They found a way to they beat Houston. So it's a lot. All these teams in the NFL, you're starting to see they fighting for that. It's 2 weeks left in the season. They pushing for that playoff run. The Bears, they got an all-important win against the Vikings. So it's getting there. We got a couple weeks left before the playoffs. And I'm excited, man. I always get excited for playoff time with or without the Giants. So, definitely, when the season is over, I'm going to have, playoff preview shows. And I'm definitely going to be coming here talking about the playoffs and, everything. So I don't want you guys to think just because if the Giants don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to say and talk about playoffs. No. I always get excited when it's playoff time, and, just sucks that there's no fans. I just love it when it's the playoffs, and especially in cold weather cities, and fans allowed, and it's just really sucks that there's not gonna be no fans experience in these playoff games for these cities. Um, so, but what can you do? But you know that's it's we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're really gonna see what's gonna happen these next couple of weeks. And right quick before I go, I do want to talk about my college football team, Notre Dame. Again, they show that when they play against the big boys, they get embarrassed. And what pisses me off is that they beat this team in the regular season. I know they didn't have Trevor Lawrence, but this game still went back forth and they found a way to win. What gets me mad with Notre Dame is like you sit here and you always get blown out by these teams. You don't even compete. And you're lucky that you're in the college football playoff and now you're playing Alabama. Are you gonna get embarrassed again? Do I think they're gonna win? No, but can you at least show up? Because every time you played against Alabama in the national championship game in 2012, you didn't show up. You went to the college football playoff a couple years ago against Clemson, you didn't show up. At least can you really show up and put up a fight? And this is why people talk about Notre Dame, how they don't belong, independent, team and this and that. And then they finally show heart and beat Clemson. They get to the AC championship game. I didn't expect them to win, but I didn't expect them to get blown out either. So do me a favor, Notre Dame. Can you at least, when you play Alabama in the college football playoff, can you at least show up whether you win or lose? Can you at least show up? Just embarrassing. But that's my show for today, guys. Tomorrow I will be having an NBA playoff preview. I'm sorry, playoff preview. An NBA season preview. Definitely going to be talking about the NBA because tomorrow the NBA season starts. And Wednesday I'm going to be talking about my Knicks because they open a season on Wednesday. So just stay tuned for that, guys. You guys have a good day. Have a blessed week. If you guys don't see me, or if you guys don't tune in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.